All right, today what we're going to do is I saw a part in the parts washer and I stopped it early so I could do this short video. Basically, it's telling people when and when you can't or shouldn't use silicone. This happens to be a AX15 out of a Jeep, anywhere from 89 to 99, and in this case you do not put silicone on here. One, it's a waste of your time putting it on. Two, it's a waste of product. Three, it's a waste of your time when you have to dig all this stuff off. The reason you don't do this is this seal rides on the input shaft. That seal keeps all the transmission fluid, which is not 90 weight. It'll be a low sulfur grade 40-50 weight. I use Pennzoil Synchro Mesh. This seal keeps all that fluid in the unit. This seal here keeps all the fluid that's in the transfer case, which is ATF, inside the unit. The reason it's pointless to put that much silicone on there is, let's say this seal or this seal goes bad and either the fluid in the transmission or the fluid in the transfer case starts to leak out. It leaks into this cavity. The problem is, right here, there's a hole. You can see up in here, run through this channel that you can't silicone up, run into this cavity, run down through this hole and out the side, and all of the work that you put the silicone on is useless because it bypassed every bit of it, and you still got a leaky mess, which you want, because as soon as you see that, you either know it's one of the two seals and you can replace both just by pulling the transfer case out. And if you pull it out, make sure there's not a groove. This looks like a groove, but there's not a groove there. You can't feel anything. This is the correct seal. That's an OEM seal that goes here. This seal, as you can see, it's red, is a national seal. It'll be a single lip seal, and it is not the correct seal. If you do that in a bind, you have to buy two of them and put them back to back so fluid from the tranny can't go in and fluid the transfer case can't come out. This is the correct seal for the transfer case. It is a double lip seal. It is actually cheaper than two of the national seals or the SKF seals. I get these and they're like $8. The national seals I think are like 12 bucks. And you can see I try to keep a large selection of stuff just for transfer cases. So in the old days, if there was not a seal here, or if there's not a seal here, then you typically would need silicone, and they will not have this type of a bypass. It'll be a solid lip so that you can actually seal this and keep one of the two from leaking. Really old times, they either have a gasket that goes here, and I don't have one right here. It'll be a solid piece of gasket. You can use those. It's not that big of a deal. You're not adding anything. But back in the day, they were used on, especially on the PTO covers and some of the other, I mean, we're talking 40, 50, 60s. They were used as shims, and it helped create your clearances so that everything was fitting the way it needs to fit. But in nowadays, pretty much if it's aluminum here, aluminum there, look for your bypass. Figure out if there's, and the easy way to do it is if there's a seal here and a seal here, there's no need for the silicone. Normally, if you've got double seals, you'll have some type of a bypass, but especially on Jeeps, no need for making a mess and the time and effort to put it on and take it. Okay.